Hello New Zealand, this is Simon Braginski with Market Review. This is my last review of the year. From 2020, from January 2nd, I will be having a review in English 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. And on my reviews, I will be reviewing the situation in the US stock market. I will be recommending certain stocks, certain strategies. I will be answering your questions which you can send me on my Facebook page. You can send me through Messenger. You can send me questions. I will be answering those questions. I will be telling you about my upcoming programs. I will be telling you about my services, so you will be updated on what's going on and how to approach the market in the new year. Today I will finalize the events of the past year. I will tell you which strategies were working, which were leading sectors of the stock market, and what was the winning strategies of this market. So it's always easy to tell you about the events which are already completed, the events which are already finished, and always it's harder to predict the new events and to talk about what's going to happen in the market in 2020. But I will still try to do that according to my expertise, according to my expectations. I will tell you what to expect from the market in 2020, and probably it will help you to be profitable and help you to make the right decisions. 2019 was one of the best years in the stock market over the past 10 years. And to finalize that, I can tell you that Nasdaq was over 30%, S&P 500 was about 28%, and Russell 2000 about 22%, all in plus territory for the year. This is the second year in terms of the performance since 2013. But this year wasn't that smooth, because we had moments of corrections, of a slight correction. One of them happened in the summer, in May through June and July. This was a time when rate curve has inverted, and this was signaling us the approaching recession, which is always bad to the market, and we saw it in the form of profits reduction. The company was reporting less profits, less sales, and Chinese tariffs was pressuring the market as well. And we saw it in the form of declining PMI index, in the form of less spending, of people less spending on growing debt, and others, some warning factors. But overall, the market was able to digest everything and ended the year at its highest point. So it ended the year at its maximum. So there were certain islands of strength and certain islands of weakness in the market this year. And it is always important to find the strong stocks in a rising market, to find not only the strong stocks, but the strong sectors to which those stocks belong. For example, for this year, one of the strongest sectors was semiconductors. Semiconductors, I will remind you, those are the companies that provide processors for the computer, for the peripherals, for cell phones, for servers, and for all technology needs. And if we look at the sector, for example, if we look for the stock AMD, which is quietly winning the competition from Intel. If we look at the stock Applied Micro Devices, we can see that the stock ended the year at its maximum. We can see that during the year the stock went all the way up from being $16.94 early in January, and it went all the way to $48. So it went up almost 3 times. You see, like 270% profit if you invested in this company in January last year. And this company is showing the rise of the sales. This company is showing the rise of profits. It's gaining the market share, and it participates in all the advanced areas of the technology, like virtual reality, like robots, like artificial intelligence, and so on. And it's also winning, completely winning the war with Intel, and it's This company, you can find processors of AMD in all the modern notebooks and desktops. And for example, going to the next year, I think that this company will continue to benefit of its advantage. It would, considering to dominate its role in the processors, in the notebooks and telephones, smartphones. And I think this is a good investment going to the next year. It's not gonna it's not gonna show that kind of a rise next year, but still this is a good idea to invest in this kind of a company. The second company in the semiconductor sector that I want to mention, it's NVDA or NVIDIA. If you look at this company, it didn't show such a dramatic rise, but if you look at it, it went from 127 to 241, almost double. And this company also has a dominant position in artificial intelligence and virtual reality and Internet of Things. And I think this company is gonna continue to rise, and not it's gonna double, but it still has a good position, good competitive advantage relative to the other companies. And I think it's also a good candidate to the growth for the next year. Going to the next sector, which is cloud computing. A lot of companies using the cloud, so this allows them to get rid of the, for example, some departments within their company. They can use remotely. They can use other. You can use in the cloud, for example, bookkeeping department. They can do all the bookkeeping in the cloud. So this is a very good trend, and those companies which providing that kind of services, they helping actually the other companies to become more efficient. They can allow them to track their sales, to try to analyze their sales, to make the right decisions. And those kind of companies will have, I think, will continue to rise this year. And just from now, for the year 2019, they only showed the rise of the sales. I think now some of them will be profitable. They will become profitable this year, and this way some of them will be able to continue to rise, and they will clear the questions about their profitability, because right now a lot of analysts were skeptical regarding the money losing companies. But this year I think will be the breaking year for some of them, and I will mention the companies like Roku, the one who provides streaming television, and this company I hope will become profitable this year. And we see it's within the range, but still, if you invested in this company early in 2019 at $30, you would be making 6 times your money. It's even better than if you sold it in the max, but it's still better than AMD, and Roku was one of the best performance in the market this year. With Roku, I would like to mention the companies like Okta, which will continue to rise. It's more in the security area. Okta will rise also, and this year we see it's from $59, it went to $120, so 2.5 times it went up. And the other companies like Shopify, but this is a bit expensive. This company was over $400 at one point. But we can see that this company is still over 400, and this company is really a leader in building the websites and advertising. And I think this company is gonna still continue to lead the other stocks and the technology rise. And I'm sure we'll see the rise in such companies like Apple. Apple was also a very good performer. This year the stock almost doubled, not almost, I think it's doubled, and now it's on its absolute high. We can see it from the chart. And companies like Microsoft will also have a good advantage and continue to rise. I would add to those companies a couple of new beneficiaries of the developing technologies like 5G, and I think a company like Qualcomm will be greatest beneficiaries of this trend. And I think Qualcomm will be a good company to invest this year. And companies like Nokia, which is really cheap but pays you a nice dividend. Nokia will be a good company to invest this coming year as well. And Other than that, the biotechnology and medical tech sector, I think this is also one of the best performers, and I think with the with medical developments, with insurance development, and with fundings, a lot of biotech companies will emerge this year. You only have to select the good ones among them. And I just recommended one company, AIMT. This is a company which works on drugs to cure the allergies. And this is the one company that I will recommend. And this is a company that trades at its high. And I think that this company will get some FDA approval sometime the next year and greatly benefit from that. And we'll see the price rise on that company. And other than that, there will be definitely some new areas that will emerge. For example, we saw cannabis companies that rise marijuana. We saw these companies decline dramatically this year when they lost about half or sometimes two-thirds of their value. And in this respect, I'm strongly recommending companies like CGC, which is a sector leader. CGC is Canopy Growth Company. This is one of the leaders, and I can see it's a clear leader in this sector. And also ACB, it's Aurora Cannabis, and one of the leaders in terms of cannabis production. And I think this company, which is trading in less than $2, might also show some positives this year. Other than that, talking about being defensive, because this year not necessarily gonna be like the next year, and we're definitely not gonna show a 20% plus rise in indices. But I think we should be more on the defensive side, and we should try to invest in companies with low beta, companies like AT&T, which pays you around 6% dividend, and the company which will also benefit from 5G development. This company showed a nice rise this year, rising from $30 all the way to $39, rising 30%. I'm not expecting it to show something similar to that next year, but this company pays you dividend, and it will not let you down in a down market. If the market turns bearish all of a sudden, this is a company which not gonna sell off in a big way. So this is a more of a defensive company, the same way as, for example, like Kellogg's, the company which sells food. You're probably all familiar with it. It sells cereals, it sells packaged food, and at some moment this year, this company said that it's gonna produce artificial meat, like Beyond Meat company does. And this company actually trades at its high, $69, and I think it also shows that this company is strong and finding the investors' interest. And I will suggest this is also one of the defensive companies where you can get some dividend, plus you can get some rise, because people, when the market turns down, people are turning to the defensive stocks, and this is one of them, because food, it's always people want to eat, people don't want to stay hungry, and they always buy food even in the hard times. That's probably what the market is going to look next year. It's not going to be like the rise like we saw it this year, but it's going to be a moderate rise, somewhere like under 10%, I would say maybe 4 to 6%. But if you're following my advices, if you're using the leverage, if you're using my option strategies, you can make definitely more than the market will give you. And you can, like my strategies, give you like 25 to 50%, sometimes 100% a year, and I will guide you through all the process, through opening the account. Just stay put with me, and just ask me the questions. So this way, I would know how to help you, how to guide you in the right way according to your preferences, according to your risk tolerance. And this way I will help you, and you will make money for yourself, for your families, and you will recommend my services to your friends, because I always helping people to make money. I'm using my 25 years experience in doing that. And as I mentioned before, I didn't have a single minus year. Even when the market was down, I was up, because I can distinguish what to do. I know what to do when the market turns south. I know what to do and how to use it to my advantage. And then I want to wish you all a happy and healthy new year. I want you to make money. I want you to take the opportunities what life gives you, what businesses give you. So by investing in the stock market, you're basically investing in the businesses, and you don't have to put your money, your time in running those businesses, because some other people will do it for you, and they will do it in a professional way. The only thing that we have to do, we have to find the good companies, the companies which have an advantage relative to the other companies, and this way we will be making money passively when we sleep. Thank you for your attention, and I hope to see you next year. Bye.